What INEC has accelerated itself to doing is to put itself in a trance to promote illegality and thereafter call for the courts to resolve the illegality that they have worked on. Nowhere in the world where there is respect for rule of law do people easily and hurriedly tell others with impunity, go to court, go and seek redress. The courts are final.
Yes, talking about the insecurity in Nigeria, it is something that can never be overemphasized. Welcome to Politics on the Wheel with Jay, and this is Elite TV. We fall victim of these security issues after I dropped one of our last video while trying to make a content, and although the case has been reported to the police and they're handling that situation right now. Now, over to the final address by the Labour Party and Peter Obi legal counsel. That was a massive blow to APC. That was a massive blow to Bola Ahmed Tinubu and Shettima. If anybody have conscience among the judges, then this guy need to be disqualified because of the response that they gave and what Labour Party said concerning the case so far in their final address. And we've just seen Ahmed, the vice presidential candidate of Labour Party, you know what he said, but was proud to the petition in court. Well, he emphasized that
they should have that respect. Whoever is in a hurry to tell people to go to court know what they have arranged at the courts. This is unacceptable. The international observers in different categories have expressed their candid opinion to the dissatisfaction and the legal breach which INEC insists it will continue to do. And there is no impunity as such. We agree that it has not been uploaded. We agree that it's a legal breach, but we're INEC, your political parties, your ordinary Nigerians. We shall therefore continue to breach this law because there's nothing you can do, because you're Nigerians and because we're INEC. We shall announce the candidate of our choice, and you are free to go to court. This is not rule of law. This is not democracy. Now, international observers have, civil societies have, our revered leaders have spoken.
Nowhere in the world you ask people to go to court because the court is the place that the final decision has been taken. So now, without wasting much time, let me quickly give you a rundown of the summary of the petition, the final address by the Labour Party coming from the Labour Party legal counsel for Peter Obi and that of Labour Party. And here is the summary of the whole thing. Now, before I go into that, now I would like to sincerely acknowledge this to Miss Perry. She made this possible for us to have this summary, and I'm making this acknowledgement, to give her this credit of being able to summarize this thing. It's not very easy, to compile this and bring to you, but this was made possible by Miss Perry. And credit to her, work so far concerning this case in court from day one. So this is a summary. The second and the third respondent, Tinubu and Shettima, stated by arguing that none of the 36 states in Nigeria is superior to the other. They also talked about electoral college votes in US, which is a discretionary tactics and needless argument. They cited section 299 of the constitution so as to draw justification that FCT is a state and should be accepted as Nigeria's 37th state. They went on to cite the case of George Bush versus George and try to twist the narrative of the case between Obasanjo versus Buhari 2003. Meanwhile, Buhari wanted a runoff because in one of the 36 states, election was voided due to rigging. Obasanjo got 99% in Ogun State. Buhari argued that 25% in 2/3 of 35 states and FCT is unconstitutional. In other words, it ought to be 2/3 of 36 states and FCT. This issue was resolved at 25% in a minimum of 24 states, and FCT is a requirement needed for anyone to be declared president, aside having majority votes. What Buhari wanted in 2023 is different from the Labour Party is demanding. Buhari wanted a runoff because the election in one of the 36 states was cancelled due to rigging, while Labour Party wants an interpretation of 25% in the FCT, whether it is mandatory or not according to the law. Notes that this whole thing of 25% in FCT and in the constitution is what everybody is arguing. So many people are saying no, this is not important. So Labour Party is asking, we want to know, give us an interpretation to this. Is this Is it legal for somebody to be declared the president of Nigeria, without having the 25% in Abuja? We don't need an interpretation to that. So that is clear. He said, nobody is arguing that one state is superior to the other, and for the election in any part of Nigeria's 36 states to be voided. 25% in the FCT is according to the electoral law, therefore should be what? Obeyed. So this is what they are arguing for, that the 25% in FCT is something that you must have to get, for you to be declared the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And this is what Labour Party are asking for, that they needed an interpretation to that. If it is not necessary, they want to know. But, haven't seen the judgment in the past, and what is going on right now, this is going to be like a choke on the throats of the judges and APC Shetima Tinubu, when the judgment will be passed. Now, as regard the Federal High Court case, which was heavily relied on by the Batify and Shetima. Anyway, Labour Party mentioned that the decision of the court is inferior to and is deemed to have been overruled by the Supreme Court in Oyetola versus INEC, where the court held that the beavers is to be used to scan the complete result in Form EC8A and transmit or upload scanned copy of the polling unit result to the collation system. And on the INEC result viewing portal, remember, Festus Okoye before this election said that
the physical result as handed over to him, he or she will also look at the beavers as handed over, and then look at the from EC8 or the polling unit level result as already transmitted through the IREV, and the accreditation data as already transmitted before entering the scores into from EC8B, which is the registration area result. Now, if there's a dispute relating to the physically transmitted result, so to say, and the electronically transmitted result, by our own regulations and by our own guidelines and procedures, the electronically transmitted data and the electronically transmitted result will take precedence.
They are going to, that if there is a problem, what they uploaded stand. But, if there is what they upload stand. But after the election, he said that it doesn't matter if there is an issue, there is manner coalition and all of those kind of things, and there was not anything anywhere. But the Electoral Act says what? This is what the Labour Party are saying now. Labour Party also mentioned that the self-serving glitches excuse is not a valid justification for the violation of the Electoral Act. They also mentioned that a significant highlight of the expert data analysis produced by PW4 upon a proper and accurate computation on the result in Rivers and Benue State showed that the petitioners, Labour Party, won in those states. I wouldn't want to even talk much. As for Benue State, I get details for that one scatter, right? Let me just put it that way. It was a master, they rig Benue State for APC. Labour Party won that state. There's some information that we cannot just dash them out. And there are some people that are not ready to come out to testify, like they are scared of their life. What's happening in Nigeria when you come out to speak, like to let people know this is actually what transpired. Many people don't have that courage. Like now that I'm sitting here speaking to you, letting you know things that happened, so many people will not put their face out there to speak or say some certain things regarding some certain issues in Nigeria. This is just that is the reason why we may not be able to talk much about some certain things. If not, I have a lot of evidence, I have a lot of people, but they are scared. Okay, what if this happened? This is Nigeria. Nobody cares about you, nobody cares about your family. But some of us believe it is going to be a better tomorrow. It's going to be what? Possible. If we can, lay some sacrifice. We must not die. We have to stay. Yeah, we'll be here to enjoy everything. So let's go back to it and let's conclude on this matter. Now, finally, Labour Party argued that the return of Tinubu and Shetima violate the mandatory provision in the section 1342B of the 1999 Constitution. Remember, the APC don't really care about this constitution of a thing. They always undermine the law and constitution. Remember what the Tinubu said in his final address, that they are calling on bringing the country into anarchy and chaos if they remove him from office. Why would you say that? If you are a true Democrat, like some people like Festus Kayamo and FFK always say that he's a true Democrat, he fought for the democracy, he fought for the development and democracy, saying in Nigeria in 1993, I don't want to even track to the issue of drug. I don't even talk about how the most celebrated Abiola also have all these drug-related cases. Let's not even drag ourselves into that, because there's so much of those evidence there here on social, on internet. Let me not even drag you into that aspect right now. But this is just the real truth. They will always undermine constitution and even the judicial system. But they are the one that will first call on, saying they want to do. They started by inviting the court to consider the section 2999 of the Constitution and stated the following. A. 25% vote in the FCT is an additional stand-alone requirement. B. A literal reading of 1342 of the Constitution gives the interpretation that a winning candidate must have 25% of total vote cast in 2/3 of the state in the federation and the FCT, meaning a winning candidate must obtain 25% in 24 states and in the FCT. Labour Party, in its reply, also referred to Chapter 2 of the Constitution, which stipulates that Nigeria shall be a federal consistent of states and a federal capital territory. They concluded by saying that Bola Tinubu and Shettima defense, by be discontinued as devoid of any, anything near merit, and hold Labour Party and Obi's case unmeritorious and grant their relief. So this is costly of Miss Paris. She made this very easy for us, and this is my own opinion. A political party, a presidential candidate, a leader of a political party who undermined the Constitution and also undermine the rule of law have no thing to do in the office of the president of a federation. Now, if they don't undermine the Constitution and the rule of law of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, why are we still having some people detained in the DSS custody, police, and other custody across Nigeria? Why are some people that the court have declared them to be released are still under the custody of the security agency? The court said give them bail, but they still keep them. Are they still lovers of democracy? Are they still lovers of people that obey the rule of law? This is my take. And for that reason, a man who must come to rule must come with clean hands. And that is the reason why the Labour Party, presidential candidate, Mr. Peter Obi once said, for you to be addressed as Your Excellency or His Excellency, the process as to which you get to that level of excellency must be an excellent process. So therefore, if we do not have an excellent election, then there is no reason to have somebody referred to Your Excellency. So therefore, Labour Party are requesting that this election, Peter Obi won the election. He should be declared a winner, or better still, nullify this election. Let's conduct a new fresh election and see. But before then, you have to disqualify a candidate of APC and that of Bola Tinubu and Shettima. We saw a situation where you have a lot of, cases of soil. But then we have to bring to your knowledge that this needs to be done for the integrity of the most populous black nation on earth. Until that, Nigeria remain a puppet before the world. We could see what happened in France, and we could see what happened at the ECOWAS. Can we continue in this manner? No. And that's the reason why everywhere, everybody is calling for the removal, or better still, for the disqualification of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, whom many people refer to as President-elect by the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, held by Mahmoud Yakubu. Here, this is my thoughts about this whole scenario. Thank you for watching. For those who are just joining us, please do wait to subscribe to this channel, and as well, leave a positive comment to this video, share and like. Thank you. See you